Hey friends, welcome back to a new Power BI video. And today we'd like to explore what the Treatas function can do for you. So let's do that. At first, I want to start creating a new table in Power BI, which I can easily do by either getting the data directly from here, or I could also say I want to manually enter the data. So let me do this here. If I click on this, I will create my table. And I call this my lookup table, okay? Lookup TBL. And now here I need to have some kind of data. Let's say these are my selected countries like that. And now I want to enter some countries here. So let's say USA and Germany and let's say France, okay? France. So now we create a single table called lookup, which contains 3 countries: USA, Germany, and France. So far so good, and nothing special. So let's click on load, and let's wait until this table gets created. And now if I take a look at all my tables, make them smaller, this one as well, I have here a lookup table, this one, which I can have a look at if I go to my data view, and if I select the lookup table, click on it, you'll see that it is a simple table containing my 3 records. So far so good. Now what I want is, I want to calculate a measure, so let's say my total sales, based on those countries. So if I take a look at my current data set, I could say for my measures, I have a total sales number here. I can tick this and let me convert it to a card so we can see the value. It's 1.35 million in total sales. Now, if I take a look at the sales numbers, so let's tick total sales here, and also go inside my data set, which is my orders table, and search for the customer country here, this one, and tick this option, I will see that the sales itself, this number here, is of course distributed across various countries, which for instance is USA, I can click on it, which is this one, Germany, and France. So these 3, right? And that's actually the total sales number I have if I filter my sales to only show sales from these 3. And this is exactly what I want to calculate with my measure using the treat_as function. And for the treat_as function, I needed the specific table, which we have seen. So in order to calculate this number now, this 593, as a measure, I could do the following. I could at first right-click on my measures table here and select new measure. So then we get our measure here. Let me zoom in. And now let's call this treat_as example equals, and I go to new line and say this will be my sales. So I will calculate here. My expression will be my total sales, but I want to modify it, and here I will use the treat_as function. So we'll write treat_as, and now I need an expression and a column name. Now the expression here will be the table, so I will say values, and now I will give it my table, which is the table we have created, which is our lookup table, and there it is. So let's say values from the lookup table. Let's call it here this one, or select the countries, use this one. And now for the column name here, let's go with our, in this way, orders table, and from the orders table, the customer country, like that. Let me close this parenthesis, and let me also close the calculate function. And maybe just for formatting option, let's go on here and also enter a new line here as well, like that. And we are good to go. Now let's actually execute this. And we can see the measure. And now let's have a look at the output. If I tick this option and click on the treat_as example, the function we have calculated, and let's actually also visualize this here, and we see we got 593,025. which is, if we remember correctly, this value here plus this value here plus France, right? These are the three countries. And if we filter the data for the total sales, we got exactly this number, and this is the same number as we get with the Treatas example. Okay? And the important thing here to highlight is that this Treatas example here is doing the calculation based only on the function itself. So what I mean by that is, if we take a short look into our model view here, and let me actually scroll to the right, you will see that the lookup table currently here, this single table, has no relationship to the orders table. Not like the other ones in the model. It's a complete table without any relation to the orders table, but still using the treat_as function, we are able to calculate the sales inside the orders table for the customer countries here based on the lookup table, so the countries have in here. And that's it for the treat_as function. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed it. If so, then please consider subscribing to the channel so I can create more videos for you. Okay, otherwise, please take care, stay safe, and hopefully see you in the next video. Until then, best guys.